buckle up for these last few weeks of Season 3 of the League by Varsity All Star. It is officially crunch time, and these next few weeks might bring one of the most exciting finishes yet on all these great races for the League by Varsity All Star. I'm your host, Amber Salas, and today we're going to recap our final 700-point event of the season at USA All Star Super Nationals. We'll check in with a team that's been on a roll in the Level 6 Senior Medium Co-Ed division, and we'll see who is crowned as the 2025 West Coast Cup champions. Thanks for joining us for another week of the League by Varsity All Star Weekly Series. Let's get right into it. The final 700-point event of the season is now officially in the books, and we have now wrapped up another incredible season of Super National events all across the nation. So after our fifth and final one of the season out west, let's see how this impacted some of these leaderboard races. First up, we're gonna check out the League 6 all-girl race. South Coast Cheer Fearless, still our leader here, but they boosted their score by 175 points to now have 3,875 points, still in that top spot. They were able to drop a lower score in exchange for the 675 points they earned from a second place finish at USA All Star Super Nationals. Other than that, not a whole lot of movement here in the top 10. We do have Cheer Extreme XSS Tropics moving up 18 spots to now be in the top 10 here at number 7 with 3,323 points. They just hit their 6th event of the season this weekend with 600 points from the Can-Am Grand Nationals. That's all for now, but remember, this weekend, all eyes are gonna be on Cheer Extreme Senior Elite, currently at number 3. They're heading to one-up Grand Nationals with 600 points on the line. Those 600 points, combined with one more event at the NCAA Virtual Championship, could open the door for Senior Elites to claim that top spot. So be sure to keep following along for this thrilling finish in the League 6 All-Girl. Now jumping over to the League 6 Co-Ed, a few key things that we're gonna point out here. Cheer Extreme Raleigh Smoex just hit their 6th event of the season. Those 600 points helped them jump up to number 6 here with 3,475 points. They jumped up 11 spots to now be in 6th place. Also, Top Gun All-Stars Revelation, welcome to the top 10. Revelation has had an undefeated season in the League by Varsity All-Star this year with 3 Super National wins for 700 points, a win at the Majors for 500 points, and WSF Grand Nationals for 600 points. Those 700 points from USA All-Star Super Nationals helped them boost that overall score to now hit the top 10. But if you're gonna be looking out for anything this weekend, make sure to keep your eyes on Stars Vipers Hiss, currently at number 3 here in the League 6 Co-Ed. They are heading to one-up Grand Nationals as well. They could definitely drop a lower score for potentially those 600 points. These top 3 teams here, they are so close in points. So no matter what happens, it's gonna be interesting to see how this one closes out. This race is gonna be close no matter what, and we are so excited to follow along. And let's wrap it up by taking a look at a few other exciting races. We're taking a look now at D1 Co-Ed here in the West region. So many of these teams put on an incredible show at the USA All Star Super Nationals. Max All Star Cheer is represented well here with teams all over. They have 3 teams in the top 10. Vengeance, Shadow, and Terror all have had undefeated seasons. But the difference here is that Vengeance, currently in this top spot, has one additional 600-point event. That's why they're edging out Shadow here, who's at number 2. The California All-Stars Electric is now in the top 3. They're at 3rd place after picking up 650 points from USA All-Star Super Nationals. Woodlands Elite Black Ice also climbed up 3 spots to now be in 5th place. They were so fun to watch this weekend at USA All Star Super Nationals, where they also picked up those 700 points. And lastly, let's take a look at D2 Senior in the West region. Desert Elite Mavericks and Almaden Spirit Athletics are both making a statement here across this leaderboard. Renegades and Reckless both picked up 700 points this weekend, and a big 675 points for Desert Elite Mavericks Shade. Almaden Spirit Athletics Turquoise right here in 2nd place. They also picked up 700 points for their 6th total event of the season. That was enough to boost them up 7 spots to now be in 2nd place with 3,162 points. Another exciting race here for sure. I had the chance to catch up with Desert Elite Mavericks gym owner Amy Gray this weekend at USA All Star Cheer Super Nationals. They have had an incredible season this year and they're all over the leaderboard, so let's go hear what she had to say. This is season 3 of the League by Varsity All Star. You are a program that's found a lot of success. I want to know, what has that been like for your program, keeping up with all the fun?
The league has been a great motivation. It's one extra thing to get our kids motivated to do well, and it challenges them to hit the mat with their best performances always.
Is that something that you see them following along with in the gym? Do you hear about the leaderboard update?
Oh yeah, definitely. After every competition, they're always checking their status, and so it's been a great, like I said, motivator, and something that it's an added layer of fun for them.
Speaking of just the season in general, how has this year been for Desert Elite Mavericks? Any standout moments?
Well, this is our 27th year, and so we've seen a lot of good years, a lot of bad years, a lot of questionable years. This year's been a year of roller coaster, but I'm a firm believer if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Our athletes have persevered, and they've shown that resilience and have come out stronger every time. Yeah.
I hope they're all excited after another great weekend for Desert Elite Mavericks. Be sure to follow along with all of these incredible leaderboard races, especially as they get down to the wire here. You can check them out always by heading to tv.varsity.com and clicking on the standings tab. The Level 6 Senior Medium Co-Ed Division has been a must-watch all season long. One team that has been making a statement, just their 2nd year in the division, is Top Gun All Stars Revelation. They just went coast to coast to compete at USA All Star Cheer Super Nationals, traveling over 2,500 miles to take the stage, and they walked away with the win and those 700 points. Let's go check in with Revelation right now to reflect back on their weekend in California and their season so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Level 6 Senior Co-Ed Medium USA back-to-back national champion. Getting those points, the hoodies, the banners, the medals, and the Revelation of Top Gun All Stars.
It was so much fun being able to lead up into this competition. We got to start our weekend a little bit early on Wednesday to get a little vacation, is because it is Florida spring break over at Orlando, Florida. So we got to come here, enjoy California, the weather and everything with our teammates. And then leading up to now, being able to win with all my best friends was so much fun. And even just performing, not even the win, just performing and being around all my friends was the best time of my life. What makes our team so special this season is the talent and the love we have on this team. It's kind of sad though, because we do have a lot of seniors on the team, so it's most of our last season cheering. So it's like, it's such a love for this season because we all want to make this season our most memorable season. Being able to go out there and have fun, enjoying every moment, showing our parents why we love what we do, even kids, inspiring every little kid that this is why we cheerlead and leading up to exactly each moment. It shows us that we are inspiring, letting people know that cheerleading is actually really fun. You can have fun and still get a score. No matter what it is, you're having fun regardless. We go out there knowing that we have fans. Letting them sing our music is such a big thing because not many people get that opportunity that we have. So knowing that people love our music alone and our routine just makes us go out there and have even more fun and enjoy every single step of our routine. What I'm most excited about is spending my last weeks with my team, honestly. Yes, Worlds and everything is so much fun, but being around the people who were there since I was younger, starting my cheer season, and then being around some of these people's last ever time cheering is so much fun. So we're just enjoying every day as much as we can because you're never going to get these moments back. So you want to keep enjoying everything as you can.
With the win, Revelation is now in the top 10 of the League 6 co-ed. They have been undefeated so far this season for the League by Varsity All Star, with 3 big wins for those 700 points. The race was on this season for Season 2 of the West Coast Cup. The West Coast Cup is a special honor awarded to teams who have had an incredible year in the West region. This award follows a team's journey at 3 key events out in that West region. They are the American Grand Nationals, Spirit Sports Grand Nationals, and the USA All Star Cheer Super Nationals. 6 teams were officially named West Coast Cup champions this weekend after securing wins at all 3 of those events, also picking up some nice points towards the League by Varsity All Star along the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at these 6 teams. First up, from the Level 2 U16 division, congratulations to South Coast Cheer Crush. From the Level 2 U18 D2 division, let's hear it for Claws Out All-Stars Jaguars. West Coast Fame All-Stars had a great run with 2 teams being named West Coast Cup champions. Congratulations to Mafia from the Level 3 Senior Co-ed D2 division and Blackout from the Level 4 Senior Open Co-ed D2 division. From the Level 4.2 Senior D2 division, let's hear it for Desert Elite Mavericks Reckless. And finally, from the Level 5 Junior D2 division, Spirit Athletics Sugar. Congratulations to these 6 teams on achieving this incredible honor. What a great run it has been this season out on the West Coast. It was awesome to follow along with all 6 of these teams. Well, as always, it was a great weekend out west as we closed out the final Super National event of this season. So right now, let's go ahead and bring in Alex Gajoli and Cheer Theory to break down the weekend and some of the great action that we saw. Alex, it was so good, as always, to see you out in Los Angeles this weekend. What were some of your big standout moments from these awesome performances we saw?
Yeah, it was so good to see you out west once again and to experience that event in a new city. So, last week we talked about that matchup between the heavy hitters in extra small senior and medium co-ed. And I think you would agree that they delivered this weekend. So we saw South Coast Cheer Fearless and the California All-Stars Lady Bullets. They went head to head once again, and Fearless was in first after day 1 after a super well executed routine. And on day 2, the Lady Bullets came out swinging with that hit 0 and took home that win. That was pretty exciting to watch. And in medium co-ed, Top Gun Revelation and the California All-Stars Black Ops both came out looking like they had something to prove. So easily the most popular teams of the weekend, and they put on a show. So both teams hit hard on day 2, and Revelation secured that win and a huge final score of a 99.17. I can't wait to see all 4 of those teams take on Worlds in just about a month.
For sure. Medium co-ed has just been such a great show all year long, and especially this last weekend, it was really awesome to see. All right, so after this weekend and some of those great performances, what did our consistency look like out in LA?
Yeah, so we had 2 Varsity Worlds Bid events this weekend. So in LA, we saw 15 Worlds level teams take the mat. 10 of those were zero deduction performances between both days. So we had a hit percentage of 33%. The California All-Stars Black Ops and Ghost Recon both hit back-to-back zeros, so that was a pretty good weekend for Cali Livermore. And then out east at Can-Am in South Carolina, there were 14 Worlds level teams who competed. Overall, we saw 9 of those routines hit for a hit percentage of 32%. And shout out to Greensboro All-Star Diamond Elite, Cheer Athletics, Charlotte, Lady Royalty, and Royal Cats for hitting both days.
Awesome. All right, well, I know you're already prepping for another busy weekend ahead. Looking at some of these schedules, this might be one of the most exciting ends to the season as we look ahead to One-Up Grand Nationals. So much on the line for the League by Varsity All-Star implications and also just great teams hitting the stage. What are your early thoughts of One-Up Grand Nationals?
Yeah, for sure. I was looking at that schedule, and it's wild how many teams that went up a tracks. And so this season, we're looking at 60 world level teams are on the schedule. And, based on the past couple of weeks, I have a couple predictions. I'm going to predict a high hit percentage, somewhere in that 35 to 40% range. And I think we're going to see some of the highest scores of the season. So there's some teams like Brandon Senior Black, Cheer Extreme Senior Elite, Cheerville Anarchy, Gym Time Illinois. All of those teams have had some of the highest scores of the season, whether it was at NCA or Cheer Sport. And I think that this last weekend of World's Bid events is going to be high scoring.
Definitely. And some other great events as well. Spirit Sports Myrtle Beach, Cheer Power Grand Nationals. It's going to be such an exciting weekend to end it on for sure. All right, that is Alex Gajoli with Cheer Theory. Alex, thank you as always. You always provide us with the best insight, news, and numbers. We'll be sure to check in with you one more time as we close out an incredible weekend ahead. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Amber. Talk to you next week.
Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at some stats and results from the weekend. Out at the USA All Star Super Nationals, I had so much fun following along with the Level 5 Senior Co-Ed D2 division. So right now, let's take a look at these results. There were 5 teams competing in this division, and first through 4th place were some of the closest scores I've seen. It was truly unreal. Some great performances from all these teams. In 5th place, scoring a 92.1375 was Odyssey Athletics Zeus. In 4th place, scoring a 95, it was Champion All-Stars Royal 5. In 3rd place with a 95.3583, Impact Elite All-Stars Surge. In 2nd place, coming all the way in from Hawaii, it was High Intensity Athletics Warriors, scoring a 95.5167. They had some incredibly difficult stunts in this routine. It was a great performance to watch from them. And your national champion with a 95.9125, it was Pyramid Athletics. They brought the energy all weekend long, and they really showcased some creativity in this routine with some awesome lifts and transitions right into some tumbling passes. Great job to Pyramid Athletics. Let's also take a look at some results from the Can-Am Grand Nationals. We're going to take a look at our Level 5 Junior D2 division. Both teams in this division were a perfect 100% on the hit 0 meter for the weekend, hitting 0 both days of competition. Let's see how this division finished out. In 2nd place, we had Tumble World scoring a 92.0833. And your national champion in this one was Carolina Elite Pink Payback with a 94.6. Shout out to both these teams for showcasing that consistency and hitting 0 all weekend long. It's time now to take a look at this week's question of the week, but before we get into quizzing you for this week's question of the week, let's take a step back and take a look at how the fans voted last week. In episode 13, we asked you all to answer which level 6 or level 7 world level team. We asked you which team you thought would have the highest score this weekend at the USA All Star Cheer Super Nationals. So let's take a look at how you all voted. Here are the 3 teams that had the most votes. 42% of you voted for the Top Gun All Stars Revelation, 26% of you voted for the California All Stars Black Ops, and 12% of you voted for South Coast Cheer Fearless. And you all were pretty spot on. The team with the highest score out of level 6 or level 7 world's teams was the Top Gun All Stars Revelation with a final event score of a 99.1708. That level 6 senior medium co-ed division put on an incredible show all weekend long. Now for this week, we need you to fill in the blank for us. We want to know which leaderboard race you're most excited to follow along with in these final few weeks of the League by Varsity All Star. So go ahead, scan this QR code right now. It'll take you to this week's question of the week, where you can write in the race you're most excited about. We can't wait to see how you all answer, and who knows, maybe we'll analyze one of those races more in depth on next week's episode. All right, everyone, this is it. We are down to the final 2 event weekends to earn points for Season 3 of the League by Varsity All Star. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming schedule and see some of these final opportunities where teams are racking up those points. First up, this weekend we have the 1UP Grand Nationals worth 600 points. We also have the Spirit Sports Myrtle Beach Nationals also worth 600 points. The ACDA Reach the Beach All-Star Grand Nationals also worth those 600 points. We've got a lot of 600 points on the line this weekend. Also in the mix, the Cheer Power Grand Nationals, 600 points on the line there as well. And finally, the 1UP Bellevue Nationals worth 500 points. Be sure to head to Varsity TV and click on that Schedules tab. You can see the full list of all the events streaming on Varsity TV to be able to follow along with the action and also keep up with all these exciting League by Varsity All-Star races. And don't forget, circle this on your calendar right now. Season 3 of the League by Varsity All-Star. The award show is gonna air on April 17th. That's when we're gonna unveil all of these incredible winners for Season 3 of the League by Varsity All-Star. We're so excited, but it's not done yet. There is still so much excitement on the line, so be sure to keep tuning in these next few weeks as we see who takes the crown for the League by Varsity All-Star. We'll see you next time.